Just listen to that. Just absolutely atrocious sounding.
Hi, welcome back to Fix Dish. And I'm working on this Raymond. It's a 770-R45TT. And we don't typically work on these, and I have not spent a lot of time on these before. This job in particular, I have never done, but I'm rebuilding this steer bearing. And I've seen some people before that have done this job. I don't know all what it entails, but I do know the drive motor's got to come out. Steer motor's in poor condition on this. And I'm basically doing this in the dark. So we're going to figure out real quick what's all entailed in this. And I'm trying to stay out of your guys' way so you can see as best you can. I think that door lifts off. I'd actually do that.
So just to kind of back up a little bit, right here is the bearing that I'm talking about. Now you see the gear that gets turned. Below the shielding is actually the bearing that gets rebuilt. Take a listen to this. And this is just illustrating how wore out the bearing and bearing race assembly is.
Our steering amplifier has an issue. So if you were to wiggle this wire, there you go.
The original reason for coming out and looking at this was this G4 code here. I ended up finding out this entire bearing assembly was worn completely out.
Now these are marked. That's a W UV 3-phase motor. And then I'm going to try to unplug as much stuff as I can. So like these two plugs get undone. Make sure that that stays with here. Okay, these are all apart. Probably gonna take it all the way up to off of the turntable here. I'll show you this here in a second. Tons of zip ties and electric trucks. Keeping all the wires out of the way. So here's our wiring. Sits on top of this bracket right here behind this tank. Pan out there. So we're gonna take all this and get that up out of the way. So we're wire free here. These guys can kind of stay together. I'll have to tape them to the motor or something. Keep them out of the way. And then the steer motor's coming out and it's getting replaced too. So I'll have to get these wires off. And then the steering amplifier for that is actually getting replaced as well. So I'll have to route all these wires out of the way. So the very next thing I'm going to do is get this motor out of the way. Just got a couple bolts I got to reach. Looks like 3 bolts. Yeah, we'll get that underneath there like that. Get that unbolted. As you heard it earlier, it sounds like it's freaking grinding up chains or something. That's A2. A2 goes there. I'm assuming this is A1. Probably all rubbed off, can't read it. So I'll have to try to remember that. So I got all these bolts out. It's just the 3 that you connectors up top. I think that's it. Yep. Whatever that is. There we go. Steer motor out. Gotta get this stuff off of here because I'm gonna have to rebuild this, get the races out. Okay, so there's 6 bolts that go across the bottom here that secure this motor down. I believe I have all the wires off. I'm going to attempt to pull this motor out. Let's see how heavy it is. Okay, have it up and out of the pinion. Now if we can maneuver this thing. Alright, so I don't have enough room vertically, so I'm going to take the brake off here. Okay, I didn't record this part because I needed both hands and I was in the way, you couldn't see anyways. But this is just a bushing, but I took the whole brake assembly off. This is the brake assembly. It is keyed on top, so you got to take this nut off, and then the 3 bolts that hold that down. So brake is off. Now I should have enough room to get this up and out of there. You know, it would have been easier. Bring my chain hoist in here. So I should have done. It's not horribly heavy. It's probably more than I want to pick up. There we go. Car. Motor out. Gotta figure out how to get it up and out of there. Alright, so like I said, I've never done this before, so this is a learning curve. Put some light on the situation. So I'm gonna have to drop this entire unit out because the bearings are down in this lower area. I've worked on some of these before where you have access to stick the balls in and rebuild this whole thing. That's not how this one works. So the whole carrier piece has to come out the bottom. So I'm gonna undo this hardware, take the wheel off, lower the unit, take this last bolt out, set it on the ground, and then jack the unit up and slide this whole unit out, and then I have to rebuild it outside the vehicle. So, oh well, this is how you learn. Ow, that hurt. Yikes. Gen 3 Milwaukee's gonna have to hurt you, that's for sure. Good gosh. Yeah, I'm going the right way. Let me get the bigger bar out. This will be easier to hold. I think I got it. I have a feeling it's going to break off. So hands down, worst job I've had to do yet. There we go. Now it's out. Yeah. Look at all that Loctite. Dumb. I don't have torches with me to deal with it. Okay. Yeah. Alright, here we are back at the shop. I'm going to rebuild this. This is how you get the balls out of this thing. But to do the races, just judging by the way this looks, this piece has to come off. So I believe you have to take all the balls out of this bearing piece. So once you get all the balls out, this piece will be loose away from this piece. And then I believe I'll have to warm up this ring gear, take it off, so this piece can come off. That way I can replace the races in here. It's a guess, but we'll find out. Alright, first major complication. This actually sucked. You can't see it right here, but I'll show you here in a minute. The race itself slipped, and so it makes it so the balls can't fit out of this little hole. So what I'm going to have to do here is take this long burr bit on my Milwaukee die grinder, and then reach into this hole, and then have to die grind out the part of the race that slipped, that got it in the way. That's where the ball's coming at. And the races have maybe some reliefs in it. And the reason the race spun is right here, there's supposed to be a roll pin to keep it from moving around, and those were not there. Had to make a new relief for it to get the balls out. So that's why I struggled so hard. Alright, so I got that hooked up there. I'm going to try to put the motor in. Right here is about this moment I discovered that my gasket didn't line up with all the holes, and it turns out I actually ended up getting the wrong gasket and had to use an RTV instead. That way I could get this job done, and I have to wait an additional couple of days just for a gasket. And it's not that I wouldn't wait for the gasket, but all it's doing is sealing the drivetrain fluid inside the transmission case. Got this all in here. Got the bolt started. I want them all down. I'm gonna wait till I have
It's mostly in place, and then I'll tighten those tight. Now we're motor's on, or the brake is on. Tighten this bracket. That's all on. Okay, so I've got that guy. Got that guy. And these get put in order. It's U. B. W. Now we're going to go back over to the shop where I had to re-grease a internal drive case for the steer motor. Yeah, this is some kind of planetary system in this thing. It makes a lot of noise. So it's probably normal. Grease looks maybe kind of sort of wore out, but I'm going to stick some grease down inside there, work it around. Sounds better. I forgot I wasn't recording. Oops. Anyways, we're nearly done here. I just got that motor set in there. Get my extensions for that back bolt because it's a pain in the butt to get to. That's in. Alrighty. Well. Take her for a joyride. So much quieter than it was. This thing just made a hellacious noise before. There's quite a bit of stuff that I didn't get videoed in this. Raymonds in general are very loud and kind of rickety sounding. I know it doesn't sound that great over the video, but trust me, it's a lot quieter than it was. And the customer even made a comment that it's the smoothest it's ever rode since they've gotten it. But anyways, yeah, I would say that this one was another successful repair. And we'll see you guys next time on Fixed-ish.